Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles, the great millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I am the brother in the pot, and who I got with me is
The brother in the gap.
many brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa. And you want to get into a quick lesson. And on this lesson, this is, grab the news article that came across my feed. Dom is live news. He drops a lot of, articles and things that's just going on, current events, current news. All right. And, right now we are in a time of prophecy, and this time of prophecy is a time where, you're supposed to be in your watchtower, bro, and since we came into this truth, we've been on our watchtower, but right now is a high time, all right, for you to be really watching and, seeing everything that's going on. Okay. But, he just posted a article that says breaking. Donald Trump says U.S. citizens may lose their lives in America over Iran war. All right. So, in this news article and in the caption, I'm going to read this caption real quick. Salakia. It says Donald Trump says U.S. citizens may lose their lives in America over the Iran war during a Time interview. Trump was asked whether Americans should be worried about retaliatory attacks at home. Trump acknowledged the possibility, I guess, he said. But I think they're worried about that all the time. We think about it all the time. We plan for it. But yeah, we expect some things. Like I said, some people will die. When you go to war, some people will die. All right. And this is, something, we ultimately been warning the people of, brothers that's been, in the knowledge and understanding for, time now. All right. We've been warning of war, but within that, we've been warning, of the time where people are going to see blood. All right. It's not just going to be a war fought overseas. It's going to be a war here in America, man. All right. At your front door. Okay. And we in that time right now, bro. We witnessing this as of right now. That's why, Jake is starting to panic and everything, because they starting to see that things are getting serious, bro. But we ain't panicking because we already knew how things was going to get. Okay? So, Jake about to see blood now, man. All right? And that's how it is in war. That's what happens in war. Okay? And they basically just telling you, expect for Iran to attack here in America. All right? Expect for something to happen here in America. There's going to be death, bro. There's going to be people that's going to die. All right? So we understood that a long time ago. We know. All right? But the Lord's going to protect his man. I had this picture brought up because this is what it reminded me of. In Shrek. Lord Farquaad. That's how you say his name?
Yeah, Lord Farquaad.
He said it, that's what it reminded me of. It says, some of you may die, but as a sacrifice I am willing to make. All right, and that's what basically Trump is saying, bro. He started this war and he wanted it, and he's basically saying, some people gonna die, bro. That's a sacrifice he's willing to make in order to get his agenda, done. In order to get his missions done. Okay. Right. So if you got that precept real quick, just bring that out.
This is Revelations 11 and verse 14. Mm-hmm. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yeah.
Right. And what's the woes? Woes going into these world wars. Mm-hmm. Right. You had the first world war, the second world war. And then this is the third world war, which is talking about.
Yep.
Right. It said the third war cometh quickly. Right. So it's approaching. It's already here. Mm-hmm. Right. So we see prophecy speaking out.
Yep.
Right. Scripture says it should be written in paper.
Yeah.
True and faithful.
Exactly.
Right. So we seeing it play out.
Yeah. And that second World War II. Finished back in 1945. Let me see. I believe it was 1945. It finished in 1945, September the 2nd, and it started in 1939. So it just shows you how not too long ago that World War II was. Okay? So that war, that second war has passed and coming quickly. The third one,
Right.
and how many years ago was? Let's see this real quick. 1945. How many years? And 81 years ago. All right.
Right. So you still got people alive today that was in that war.
Exactly.
Right? Who still got all that trauma, who know what war is like.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So imagine them coming into that again.
Yeah, they know how serious it get, bro.
Right.
So that being what 81 years ago, man, that's somebody's lifetime.
Right.
And they still living right now. Okay? There's people that's still, 80s and their 90s and stuff that's seen World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And we already coming into World War III. So this is prophecy, bro. This is what the scripture's been talking about. This is what the scripture's been prophesying of. All right? Now we're seeing it in our lifetime.
Right.
Some niggas seen it twice in their lifetime. And people are terrified. People are scared, bro. But this is what we coming into, bro. This is what we warn people of. We already prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that Luke 6 going to. But you can finish that up and go in the NOT version, and then you can get that Luke 6. We just going through the spirit, All right.
Revelation 11 and 14 in the NLT. The second terror is past.
Mm-hmm.
But look, the third terror is coming quickly.
Terror, bro. Because people were terrified. People have PTSD.
Right.
Are from, what happened in World War II. So how much more now? Because the scripture says it's going to be like a time like never before.
Oh.
All right? And let's get that word terror real quick. And the etymology says something that intimidates as punishment, an object of fear, intimidation, okay, great fear, dread, alarm, panic, object of fear, cause of alarm, terrible news, filled with fear,
and
frightened.
What do all that describe? Them nukes.
Yeah.
The ICBMs, right? It said fear.
Mm-hmm.
It was describing them nukes.
Intimidation.
Right?
As punishment, bro. So,
the Lord's punishment.
Exactly. This terror. All right. Because it says, the second terror. All right. So this was, in World War II, people had experienced that terror.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Of, people having to die, getting drafted to war, family members going, your husband's going, your sons getting drafted, not coming back, a whole lot of death. All right. So it was a dreadful, fearful time. And we're coming back into that time now. And people are going to see how real it gets, bro. All right, because Jake now, bro, they've been, silver spooned their whole lives, bro. Jake never seen death or, different type of, guns or anything, terrifying or that instills fear.
Right.
People are not fearful. Like, they're not in fear anymore. Okay, that's why niggas can go around and talk junk and, be as disrespectful as they want. But it's coming to a time where everyone's going to experience that fear. And they're going to experience that fear, that the Lord's going to bring upon them. They're going to fear the Lord, bro.
Right. You see it coming. You see it starting to come back, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You go on TikTok, you had this woman saying that her little brother just enlisted into the military.
Uh-huh.
And she was worried about him.
Mm-hmm.
Asking, was he going to be in the war?
Yeah.
They told the lady, I'm sorry, how you doing? Yes, he is. Right? They kept it straight. And she was crying.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, bro, that's their job, bro. But it's going to get to a point where a drafting going to come, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't going to be worried about if your brother in the military going to be going to war. You're going to be worried about if the nigga at your house and your home, your husband, your son is going to war, man.
Right.
Even your ass, bro. Because they're going to start drafting the woman. Mm-hmm. Equal rights, equal fights. This is what you signed up for. It's what the woman wanted. Back in World War II, they stayed at home. Now, you got y'all ass for to be fighting too, bro. So it's going to get real serious. Motherfuckers didn't know how serious it got. And motherfuckers don't know how serious it can get until it gets that serious, until they start seeing blood, bro.
Right.
Jake didn't prepare or think about, oh, it's gonna be a war, or we gonna, it's gonna get as far as now the citizens. We just thought, oh damn, niggas in the military, they ain't gonna have to fight the war, and they gonna be down out there in the overseas. Nah, bro, now it's coming over here into America's soil, bro.
Right.
And Trump is warning you of it. You talking about some, I guess, nigga, you know. He know, man. He know what's about to happen. Okay? All right, but the propaganda that America has, bro, it put these people into a delusion to think that they gonna be safe from this war, all right, from what's to come. All right, peace and safety. That's what America preaches, man. Is peace and safety.
Right.
That sudden destruction is coming. So these niggas thought so long that it wasn't gonna be no war. Now there is war. Now they thinking that maybe war ain't gonna come, get too bad to where it's gonna come to America. Yeah, touch us. Now they telling you it's gonna touch your ass, bro.
And it's only gonna get worse, right? It's no letting it up. It's not gonna get better. Like how you seen in 2020, it got bad for a little minute, then it got better. No, it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse until the Lord come back.
Exactly. So you never know where to expect to get hit from yet. No one knows where Iran's gonna hit. All right. But we all expect it to be coming, and all we can tell you is to stay away from big crowds. Stay away from big crowds, man. Because wherever, the most of you niggas is, resign at, all right, is where, they gonna hit at, okay? So it's only gonna get to a point to where it's gonna be undeniable that we're in the end of the world, that we're in times of prophecy right now. Right. That's why when we go out to camp, niggas don't sit there and try to talk to you no more, or try to debate about what's going on in the world, or any of that. Cause that's what niggas try to do, is debate with you. And you're like, bro, this ain't for a debate. And the reason we told you that is because everything that's gonna happen is sure to happen, no matter what you try to come with, what argument you try to come with, it's gonna happen still. All right. Just because you don't have no faith, does that make the Lord's word void? All right. Does that make the Lord, he don't got faith, so I guess it's not gonna happen? No, the Lord everything's still gonna happen. So that's why there's no debate with you niggas, bro. All right, and it's definitely no debate now, because everything is being shown to happen now. All right, you niggas ain't believing when we said it. Now you got to see it to believe it. All right, and that's the worst time to find out and try to believe something, because once you see it, you ain't gonna know what to believe then, bro. You don't know who to call on. You don't know, you can't find the prophets. Okay, but you got that Luke
36, right?
Yeah.
Luke 21 and verse 36. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass.
And that's what we have been doing. All right, it's watching, being on the watchtower. All right, because we knew these devils was just, they would everything that they was doing, bro. It was leading up into the destruction of America, bro. We understood that. All right, so we continue to stay on our watch, and we praying for mercy from the Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, that we can escape the judgment that's coming upon this place, because what's coming upon this place is going to be detrimental. Right. All right, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be, a sight not to be want to see. All right, but the Lord is going to have His men, that served Him, all right, to be able to escape out of that. Okay. And He gonna, deliver his people, all right, the ones that call upon the true names of the Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, so that's that's what we've been doing, bro. Is preparing, being on our watchtower, all right, calling for, asking the Lord for mercy, all right, so we can escape this judgment. But so much of you niggas, y'all ain't gonna really make it, bro. It's gonna be up for y'all, all right. You didn't take the Lord serious. You didn't take the truth serious. You didn't take it serious when we told you that this was going to happen. Don't try to take it serious now. Don't try to, beg for, some of the oil now. All right? Nah, bro, we can't get you no oil. We tried to help you. We warned you. All right? Now it's up.
All right, go to the sellers and buy.
If you could grab, that's it on that?
It says, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Exactly, to stand before the Son of Man, stand before Yahweh Shai, bro. All right, we all got to stand before Yahweh Shai. All right, but we want to stand before Yahushua and gain mercy from him. Okay? If you can grab that in the NOT and then grab peace and safety. All
right. This is Luke 21, verse 36 in the NLT.
Mm-hmm.
It says, keep alert at all times, and pray that you might be strong enough to escape these coming horrors and stand before the Son of Man.
Yeah, so you know, we want to be worthy enough to be able to escape from these coming horrors, man. This terror that's coming upon this place. It's gonna be like the worst scary movie you ever seen or witnessed. All right, a time like never before and a time to never be. All right, so the destruction of America Babylon is gonna be, you know, on a different level, bro.
Right, and it said keep alert.
Yeah,
being circumspect. Right, aware of your surroundings at all time. Right, what you're doing, your conduct. Scriptures talks about what manner of person are you to be in. Right.
Exactly. You know, and I was just looking at these comments, and you see, you know, niggas try to joke their way out, you know, try to laugh their way out, but they know what's coming, bro. All right, you know, laugh to keep from crying. You know what I'm saying? Nigga talking about something. This is starting to get out of hand. I think it's time for me to. It's time I step in officially. You know, just playing, bro. You know, niggas still gonna make a joke out of anything until they see blood. All right. When they see blood, it ain't gonna be a joke in mind for you to think about or say. All right, because you're gonna be so much in fear for your life. All right. So you know these niggas gonna laugh it off now, but they're gonna be crying later, bro. You know, niggas in the comments, you know, making all these different jokes and trying to be funny, trying to be the funniest guy. All right, but you know, it ain't gonna be nothing to be funny about. All right, you know when these sleeper cells over there, you know, take your ass to the back alley, bro.
Right, and they just came out with a list of where all the sleeper cells were. Right, and you got a lot of them here where we at in Temple, right? But guess what? We're not afraid of it.
Yeah, waiting for the lights to shut off, bro. Right. Waiting for something to happen so they can start, you know, causing, you know, havoc, man.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is Luke 6 and verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
Yeah.
Right? You got it.
Yeah, bro. You know, these niggas laughing. They having an enjoyable time now. They making memes about it, trying to get views up off it. All right? But it's going to come to a time, bro, where none of that's going to matter no more, bro. How many laughs or likes you get on a post or a comment you make under a post, it ain't going to matter no more because your leg going to be, you know, somewhere, you know, in a different city while your ass blown off in another country, another town, bro.
Right.
All right? So, you know, people are going to be missing body parts. People are going to be getting, you know, chopped up, destroyed. Niggas going to be going through all types of things, bro, and it ain't going to be nothing to laugh about then, bro. All right? So we coming to that time where the only ones that are going to be laughing is the prophets, man. We going to be laughing because we told you niggas. We warned you. All right? And we remember all the times you mocked and scoffed and said all these different type of things, calling us conspiracy theorists. All right, we're going to remember all that. We're going to remember you niggas, man. We're going to be like, okay, that's what the nigga deserves, man. Because before all this, you know, this hell popped off, you know, niggas thought it was a game to mess with the prophets, to mock the prophets. All right? Niggas thought it was funny to sit there and talk shit against the prophets, bro. All right? But it ain't going to be funny. It's not funny. It ain't going to be funny no more in this time, bro. It ain't going to be a joke no more, bro. It's not going to be a game no more. Okay? All right? So all the, you know, the laugh to keep from crying, it ain't gonna be no more. You ain't gonna be able to do that no more.
Right.
Niggas trying to comfort themselves. All right, you ain't gonna be able to comfort yourself in that time no more, bro. Okay. If you grab that peace and safety real quick.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
Yep. So this is what America Babylon, Esau Edom has been, you know, saying, you know, peace and safety. Okay. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be straight. All right, that's just the way America tries to use their propaganda.
Yeah.
All right, they try to tell you all different type of lies to not, have the people panic or think they're losing anything in the war. All right, but ultimately, because there was a video going out about it. Iran had a whole different type of number of how many casualties happened up there when they bombed, the U.S. base over there.
Right,
and they talking about it was only 6 casualties, but that's just them trying to, sugarcoat it,
right.
as you would say, is sugarcoat it, and just have that peace and safety, bro. But niggas is down out there, bro.
Right, and if you look on the news, if your average Jake just looking on the news, he gonna fall for it. He gonna see the lion, he gonna fall for it. Oh, we're winning the war. Oh, we don't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But scripture just told us be alert, circumspect, doing our due diligence to see what's really going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Niggas still trying to, make a way on trying to find out a way on America's not gonna be destroyed or nothing bad serious gonna happen. I remember I seen a comment just recently on a TikTok video and it was like, bro, it's Iran, bro. What can they do against America? And niggas in the comments like, bro, they got allies. Yeah. They allied with China, all these different, countries, bro. It's like, bro, no, they ain't gonna step in against America, bro. It's America, bro. They ain't realizing, bro, America is not as good as they say they are no more, bro. These other countries are starting to advance, man. All right? And it's getting to that point. All right, America may have been a hammer of the world, but, Esau ain't going to be the hammer of the world anymore, bro. All right? Esau ain't going to be, who he is no more. Okay? He's losing his power. He's losing his touch. All right? The heathens are starting to try to take over these devils, man. All right? But really, the Lord's going to be the one to take over.
Right.
All right? You got more on that?
It says, and they shall not escape.
Yeah. So, hey, that sudden destruction is going to come, bro. All the peace and safety talks is going to be over because all you're going to see is destruction. Ain't nothing to say peace and safety about because niggas going to be dying. What peace and what safety when niggas is already dead, when niggas already seeing blood. All right? Niggas missing limbs and all different type of things, bro.
Right. Then it's going to be too late.
It's going to be way too late, bro. There's nothing you can do against that, bro. There's nothing you can, no type of advice a nigga can give you, all right, when you don't got a leg no more, bro. There's nothing you can say about that no more, bro. I'm missing a leg, nigga.
Right.
So, hey, man, you got anything else you want to say on that?
That was on that.
But yeah, just through the spirit, you just want to get into that, because even your president is telling you, y'all niggas, there's gonna be niggas out here dying, bro. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. That's a sacrifice President Trump, is willing to make. It's allowing you niggas die here. All right. So with that, I want to give our praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Once again, double honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone.